How is it going, Thunderly friends? Glad to be here with you this Thursday evening as I'm coming in a little bit quick tonight. So we'll be doing a little setup here as we go, I guess, tonight. But I'm here as always with my
How's
producer,
it going?
Greg, who is on the call.
How's everyone doing?
And we practice and rehearse a
Yes,
lot.
yes. We are
So,
a
this.
well-oiled machine on this one right now today.
But yeah, we're gonna return here. We're working on the Kellen King, probably not pronouncing that right, but some Age of Sigmar. And yeah, we're getting close to the finish on this one. I still need to really work out the basing, what exactly we're gonna do. But today we're gonna focus. We're gonna fix up the cloak. I didn't like the white. I put some tan on there. I don't like that either. But so we're gonna smooth that out today. And then yeah, I think we'll look at a couple last details that need some things. Maybe see if we can add a little bit more pop into some of the highlights. But yeah, that's about it. We're getting close. So otherwise, we are trying out some new music tonight, are we, Greg? Or
We are, yeah, we are using a creator mix tonight. Artlist.io was not serving us and everything we needed from it, so we reached out and we found Donnie found creator mix here, and we're going to be trying them tonight. What's it go?
yeah, we got that.
Wow, I can talk good tonight. How's it going, Ray? Not what's it going? God damn. Good thing I
we
don't do this like
are
5 nights a
we
week.
are rolling.
As
Let's
always, be
see.
sure to let me know how the music is coming through or if you can hear it at all.
I'll try and get Twitch up real quick here before I get rolling. We should be good. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get to work on some models. We are gonna do a little more blending on the sword. Turned out really good, but just fine tuning these last things kind of call the model finished.
I'm in a little
So, Greg,
bridal
how's your
window.
day been going? How far did you end up getting either of the? I know you got one boss last night, but not one of the two you had been fighting.
Right. Yeah, last night I got the rat boss.
The rat boss.
I did not go back to either of the ones I had been working on because I wanted to enjoy myself last night.
That is fair.
But yeah, we had some brave reviews last night. That was, as always, a good time. I think we're going to be getting back to more progress-based boss fights this Sunday, hopefully. I was able to get my spear leveled up quite a bit last night.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed on your playthroughs that like sometimes that just one level up or so does make a big difference on them.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see because it's such little changes in the numbers on screen, but then you go and fight and it's like, oh, okay, that actually makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
How's that coming through now, Ray? Thank you.
But otherwise, we got the one shot we're doing for the holidays on Mondays. It's been started off with a bang and a book.
Yeah, we there is a we've got a short dropping for that one tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled for that one because I had so much fun running that, and I cannot wait to see what they do with the rest of the story.
And as always, I played the himbo.
Is it really playing, Donnie, or are you just being true to form?
um, it's mostly true to form,
Exactly.
unfortunately.
Own your himbo-ness, man. Own that shit. Nothing wrong with being a himbo.
Like, why overthink things, you know?
Exactly. Some of my favorite characters are some of my stupidest characters because you just get to have fun with them.
Oh, this is actually turning out really good.
Blending on that sword looks so awesome, dude.
Thank you.
So I've actually taken the week off from crafting. I was working on Thunderleaf art stuff. I wasn't doing crafting, but I think I'm going to get back to it this week. I think I'm going to do some knife sheaths or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
We were at a craft fair this last weekend.
Oh, nice.
With Amy, and we one of the stands was like custom made knives, and we're like, oh, where's Greg and Ray?
That is definitely 100% our jam. Those are always the tables I go to at the craft fairs. One of the things I really liked about the place I lived in California is every year there was a street fair literally a block from my place. And like,
nice.
It wasn't organized so that I couldn't get out. I could still get out and get wherever I needed to go in town, but I could also walk down to the street fair, and they had all those custom knife makers and the custom wooden pens and stuff. And I got many a Christmas gift at that street fair. I like those little street fairs. They're always a good time.
Nice way to kind of support some local people.
Exactly. That's one of the things I really like about them is like you're directly interacting with your local economy.
Well, that cloak turned out a lot easier than I expected.
Yeah, no, you just knocked that out, dude.
I mean, honestly, I'm a little floored by it. Like, sometimes you just don't know exactly what you're going to get. It's not my best cloak, but, like, from what that was when we started, where it was just really splotchy and dirty, now it just looks kind of worn. Like,
yeah, no,
I'm digging it.
It looks like a trench coat. Like, it looks like an old detective trench coat to me.
Yeah, like that khaki. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, very cool, man. I'm glad that came together for you.
My tea did not get made with hot water from my water dispenser for some reason.
Oh, no.
It's very sad.
Room temperature leaf water.
It's not even room temperature.
Oh, no. That's even worse.
It's not ideal. Yeah.
Tepid coffee.
Oh my gosh. Jen has been, my wife has been going nuts with the new coffee. She's got a little fancy espresso maker and she is loving it. I'm like, she just needs Ray here to drink a gallon of this.
Right?
You as well.
Yeah, no, bring me over. I will drink all the coffee you guys need.
Meanwhile, I sit there and I'm like, I don't get it. Like,
just switching up the chat, so that's what's going on screen. YouTube has been a little more active tonight, so I'll probably be switching back and forth between the two.
Really cool you've gotten that down, like to the point where you're like, okay, I can switch a little bit on the fly. Like,
yeah, I was actually working on the OBS crash course for Thunderleaf today, so I'm feeling about as in it as I'm going to get. Because, yeah, I want to make a crash course so that if my internet goes down or my power goes down or my gas goes out or, God knows what's going to happen next.
You're ready.
I just want coffee. I was reading a quote. Apparently, Teddy Roosevelt drank about a gallon of coffee a day.
Is this our new Civil War stat?
I mean, it might be, but if we're talking about interesting historical facts, did you know that 95% of battlefield amputations in the Civil War were done with some form of anesthesia?
That is fascinating.
Isn't it?
I'm sure everybody that watches this is learning that for the first time.
I'm sure. We've never mentioned that one before. That was a very fun trip. You know, sometimes it was chloroform, but it was also occasionally ether, Ray. What's up, Mike? How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Mike.
Now, it really depended on what they had on hand, but both were available at the time. Now, that was actually that was a really cool little museum that we went to.
Yeah, actually, for what I'd never heard about here before, it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like those little small museums that are just hyper focused on one thing. I find those tend to have the most passionate employees too. There is in my town, there's a model train museum. And I've been there once or twice. It is exactly what you would expect for a model train museum. And I loved it. It was amazing. It was really, really cool. They had some really excellent miniature work. And they had a lot of really cool history about both the local railroads and the art of model railroads. I found myself enjoying it more than I even expected to. I was not surprised by the staff. It was a bunch of retired dudes. And one 16-year-old kid.
Who's definitely there on parole. No.
No, he was there because he was a train watcher. You could tell he was one of those guys who can tell you what locomotive is passing based on the sound of it without seeing it.
Funny.
You guys know I appreciate anybody who has deep lore knowledge of anything, so those guys definitely fascinate me a bit. I've always been interested in trains, but never hooked into learning about them in that depth. You ever been on a train ride, Donnie?
Not of any substance. I'm sure I've been on some little ones, but nothing major. I think it would be awesome to do a long one. We've looked at going to New York by train and stuff.
Yeah, I've a couple of times looked at doing those 5-day trips where you're just in a sleeper cabin and you get the observation car and stuff, and then there's obviously going to be a murder on board the train that you are the only person qualified to solve.
I mean, I think that's part of the ticket, isn't it?
It better be. I hope I don't have to pay extra for that. But yeah, that'd be very fun. Only train I've ever been on that I can remember that wasn't a public transit subway type train is the narrow gauge railroad going to Silverton.
Yeah, see, that's honestly kind of the one I'm thinking of too, is something like that.
Yeah, that's the only railroad I can think of having been on, and it's a narrow gauge. It's one of the last narrow gauge in the country, if I remember right. It connects, I think, Georgetown and Silverton. It's a cool little train ride. Silverton is where one of our Monster of the Week horror shorts was based.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it a bit on our GMing roundtable, but that's one of my favorite parts of building a new story is finding a real small town to base it in. And then learning about that town and getting into that town's history Like the monster of the week one takes place in this really interesting little place called Squim.
Is it based on a real place?
Yeah, Squim is a real city in Washington, and it is
Oh,
the lavender
interesting.
capital of North America, and they get 15 inches of precip a year because they are in the rain shadow of the Olympics. All of that is actual factual.
Yeah, you definitely do the real world so much better than I do. Like I've said it before, like I have it's a struggle for me.
And for me, it's I'm surrounded by tools I use as like I can use as well as it. I really like that our approaches are so different, though.
Yeah.
Like that's so satisfying to get to play in your world and then get to have you play in my world. Like it's really cool to see that stuff.
Well, it does complement too. Like I think is that then when you're actually telling that story, like, oh great, I can just lean into you to create this.
Oh yeah, no, that's one of my favorite things about our whole team is the way that we're all just like, cool, let's lean in, improv, and riff off of each other.
Really like the way just adding little green highlights on there so you can see it on this side.
Oh, yeah, those are popping.
Versus
dude.
like there, like it's just sometimes it's just at the end these last little touches. It doesn't take much, but they do make big differences.
Yeah, it's always impressive how substantial those little things end up being. Kind of like life, right?
It is true. Little change goes a long way.
Yeah, I've been trying to get healthier, get back into intentional movement every day, and I've got a little treadmill that I get to walk on in the morning, and it's amazing how much of a difference 20 minutes on that'll make.
Is that one of those like 2 foot long kind of treadmills?
Yeah.
Has it got power? Yeah.
The little under the standing desk type dealies.
Yeah.
We had maxes out at like 3.5 miles an hour. So if I want an actual workout, if it's a cardio day, I got to go upstairs to the gym. But like just to get warmed up for weightlifting or stay mobile, it's perfect. It was like 150 on Amazon, I think.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's kind of what we had for a little while.
Yeah, especially in the winter here, it's nice because I like to do an outside walk when I can, but this keeps me at a solid pace. It keeps me unfrozen, and I know exactly how long I went. So I like to have those metrics. But yeah, it's getting back in shape, or at least getting back to using my body regularly, is a journey. I'm digging this new playlist.
You know, I never actually got it playing, and because it like echoes, I can't listen to it through the stream.
Oh shit, yeah.
It just was such a rush. So I got home, chat, like 10 minutes before we go live. Had to run dogs out, feed tank, get up here, and start setting everything up in 10 minutes. It was not ideal.
Yeah, no, he
especially
literally
for ADD brain.
He got on the call with 1.5 minutes to go. It was epic.
Yes, exactly the word I was going to use.
Hey man, we're live now. It's all rolling, so I'd call it an epic start.
All right, let's see. Where did...
One I'm listening to is their Moody Blues playlist from Creator Mix. You guys have a stream or a podcast? I know some of our new fans on Twitch are also Twitch streamers. So this is a fantastic resource. It is copyright strike free music that is made for streaming. They're not a sponsor. I'm just enjoying the product tonight.
Moody blues. Man, there's a lot of options on here.
Oh,
There really is.
there's so many more genres than our last music provider had.
Just search.
My one, not complaint against it, but criticism, I suppose, is I'm using the Spotify web player, so it's in my Spotify, and so now it's going to be in my mix all the time too.
Yeah, where you get the lovely algorithm help there.
Yep. 'Cause all I listen to is the DJ, because I'm on my computer all day, so I just have it giving me a variety of music throughout. I mean, this is perfect for what I do, though, because most of the music I listen to is instrumental. I find that if I'm trying to do anything that requires focus, especially fine focus, lyrics and music will pull me out of that.
Yeah. Like this, I'll put this on at night a lot, like stuff like this.
Yeah, I don't sleep with music on, but if I did, it would definitely be something like this. I need noise, but it has to be static kind of noise or unstructured, like traffic noise or something. Oh God, I lived in California long enough that that's what I just said. Ew. I never thought I'd be one of those people who's like, I need traffic to sleep. To be fair, I also use a fan or actual static. Also, I've told you guys about my slippers that I'm working on, or have finished now, and I am really excited to see how they wear in. I've been wearing them for a couple of weeks, and they're super comfortable, they're super cozy, and that really cool leather still isn't breaking in at all yet, so I'm very excited for when it finally does.
They look super comfortable.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll post those in the Discord too. Mike asks, when you're
question,
working...
Mike, there, when you're working out the paint scheme on an army, where do you start? So I do think about it from the perspective of how many models am I going to have to paint in this scheme before I figure it out. So like this one, that's where that kind of greenish blue speed paint choice came from, was because I've used that on the little hordes of little guys that you have to paint. So it makes it easier to kind of translate. But yeah, that's the way it works for me. Usually on the big models, like their centerpieces, they should stand out. So like if they break the scheme, that's not necessarily problematic. And yes, I am still drinking my cold tea.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
It is not nearly as good though.
No. Like tepid tea is no good. That's one of the reasons I don't drink tea, is because even if I make it hot, I forget about it until it's not. And so then I've just got wickedly oversteeped tea that's still got a bag in it at room temperature. And I'll still drink it. You know what I won't drink, though, is microwaved coffee.
That's the line, huh?
I've talked about coffee on the stream before, and my coffee philosophy, but yeah, I will not drink microwaved coffee. I try and get used to drinking crappy coffee all the time. That way a nice cup is really a nice cup. But microwaved coffee is just too far. I actually
That's
read
just
about this.
self-punishment.
I was so curious about this because I'm like, why is it so different? And if you microwave it, it actually breaks down the chemical structure of the coffee.
What, you mean blasting it with radiation is cellularly not good?
Shocking, I know. Yeah, it's not self-punishment, my drinking crappy coffee. It's more about making sure that I have a foil for appreciating the good things while being used to what I have available. I don't know, man. I spent a lot of time driving around from gas station to gas station drinking coffee. Had to come up with some reason to enjoy crappy coffee. See, that's where I could listen to anything with lyrics or story was when I was driving or running equipment. I listened.
Could not?
What's that?
You could not, or you could?
That's where I listen
Gotcha.
to probably thousands of hours of podcasts. Like,
Yeah.
I did all of the Adventure Zone. I did all of Dungeons and Daddies. I did all of the Glass Cannon before I stopped working, and then they blew the hell up. But yeah, I crushed. I was listening to podcasts for like 10 hours a day.
Yep. No, I get that. That was me in my previous job. Like, that was like the best part of it.
Oh, yeah. It was awesome. I was outside all day. I was driving cool equipment, heavy machinery, and I'm listening to fucking podcasts. Like, oh. But it was also tremendously physically demanding, and it broke my back. What you gonna do? Now I get to play video games and board games and paint with you guys all day.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, I'd call it a fucking step up. And I'm still helping build community, which was the whole point of it all.
That I get.
It is really interesting seeing what parallels there are between, like, volunteer outreach in parks and open space and building a community based around nerdy shit.
It's kind of the same thing, just different areas of nerdiness.
Exactly. You know, it's all about finding those transferable skills and then those areas of overlap. Deep thoughts with Greg and Donnie.
I know whenever I want deep thoughts, I just ask myself, what would Scrawl do?
Oh man, I am so excited to be getting back to Night City. That's coming up. Oh my god, Donnie, that is a month and a day
Monday, we're
away.
going to be recording something, aren't we? Like,
Yeah, we need to be working on that. Monday, I think.
yeah, you better have that orange shirt ready, sir.
I've got the orange shirts. I need to go get an iron so I can put the appliques on. But I do have 2 orange shirts with the best prisoner number ever. Yeah, that's we're launching campaign 2 for Cyberpunk almost exactly 1 year after we started the first one. Means we've been doing this for a year, Donnie.
Which puts us ahead of most D&D groups that I've ever played in. Like, by quite some...
I hadn't thought about it from that side. You're not wrong.
I mean, I've been blessed with some long-term ones too, but that in general is not the case.
Yeah, I've been so tremendously lucky with all of my tabletop companions because I started during COVID, and I was running for my family. I had no experience with anyone else. And then I met Mike at the local game shop where I was after all the restrictions lifted, and he and I have been playing at least one game a week since then. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah, like it's insane. It's we just instantly boom. Okay, cool. We create awesome stories together. And then after that was going on for a while, I'm like, I want to do a podcast because, like I've been saying, I listened to hundreds of hours of them, thousands of hours. Fucking, I could do that. I reached out to Donnie, I asked Mike, and I reached out to a couple other folks, and we recorded a full season, and then some dummy lost an episode. But
I think it was a good experience, though.
I'm very glad we did Blood, Sand, and Secrets. I'm also very glad that it never saw the light of day.
Yeah.
Like, it was fantastic. It was a really amazing learning experience for us. It was a really cool story. But I'm glad we did that the way we did so that we could start with Cyberpunk.
Looks like we got a new subscriber maybe this afternoon or some point today. So welcome to whoever that may have been. I don't have that up on my screen at the moment.
Twitch or YouTube?
I think on YouTube.
I don't have that page up at the moment either.
No worries. Well, if you are new here, definitely give a shout out in chat. We definitely want to hear from you and hear how you like the hobby, whether you're Warhammer or D&D modeling or whatever. Maybe your personal nerdom. We're here for it.
Yeah. Tell us how you got into it, what your favorite lore is, or whatever you like talking about. You can tell we don't have a real solid direction when we start these.
It's just where the wind takes us on that Thursday.
Exactly, which is exactly what I like the show for. Chill out and hang.
Yeah, definitely is our it's our himbo of shows.
It's our what show?
Our himbo of shows.
Oh yeah, definitely. No think,
No thoughts,
only
just
pretty
vibes.
stuff. Nothing wrong with a little himbo action. One of the reasons I'm going to be doing some knife sheaths is I found one of my old knives that it got stuck between a couple panels in my car a while ago, and I was finally able to get it free. And it came with a right-handed sheath, and like all amazing creatives, I'm a lefty. So I gotta fix that up and make a new one for the better hand.
That's pretty gauche.
I've been a lefty my whole life. I think most people stick with their handedness. Got any plans for your next model? Have we figured that one out yet?
Don't think we've locked it down. I've got a tank sitting here that is started, but wouldn't be terrible to pick up. I also have all these Trench Crusade models I've been printing out. But yeah, so we've got the little tank. It's just base coated already, but still has a lot to it. And it definitely has some heavy duty magnets, and it rips up my lost a couple magnets there, but oh well. Otherwise, though, we've got some like zombie, like French Crusade people. So
That's right. We've been talking about Trench Crusade in the Discord a bunch lately, and I am getting really curious about that one. Oh, that's right. That creepy fly. I haven't seen that since you cleaned it off.
We got the little knight that's not going to balance. I've not gotten them on bases yet, but
Oh, he's got a little proboscis.
yeah.
Ugh, creepy.
They definitely are. And then you got like a fly-headed zombie creature that's crawling out of the mouth of its own body.
Oh,
This army's creepy. Like,
we do a lot of horror here, so that tracks. Now, one of the
so those might mix, because I might want to whip that army out real.
Yeah, no, I would. That gets my vote over the tank. I think those are the. I think those look like they're going to be really fun, and I think you're going to make them look epic.
Yeah, they're ones I want to put like quality paint into, because it's only like 10, 15 models total in the game. Like, so it's not hard to paint them at least decent quality.
And then
You're not painting 2 or 3 or 4 squads of 15.
And then each one it's a unique model, right?
Yeah, there's some overlap. I mean, there are some basic troop units, but even those have some variation in them, it seems.
Okay.
I'm honestly still learning the kind of rules and how you build it out, but yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely all small squads, very custom, like hero on your hero squad combat.
Okay. Okay. Have we gotten that in a tabletop simulator yet?
I mean, I'm sure we could. I've not done it, but
Yeah, I know you guys are gonna get me into your wargaming sooner rather than later. I think. I give it honestly December next year. That's my guess. Because I'll actually be out there and you'll be able to put a model in front of me and say, "Here, play."
play this.
And then it'll
Just try a little crack. It's fine.
exactly. You know, you'll give me the first one free. Here, it's a starter army.
Yeah.
Got any more of that gray plastic, man? I honestly think I'd enjoy it a lot more if I had an airbrush. Airbrushing looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. If I had a little more space and like ventilation, like it'd be very tempting.
Yeah, like aerosol cans are one of my favorite mediums, and if you've seen any of my other videos where the paintings are visible, those are all aerosol cans.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and so I really like working with pressurized, air-driven paint. And so I'd really like to get my hands on an airbrush, but I'm in a one-room apartment. I don't have a good space for it. But it's definitely on the list because it looks like a really cool way to paint.
All right, what to film next here?
Anybody in chat working on any crafting projects or anything you got coming up that you're excited for, craft-wise? I'm at the fun point in leather crafting where it's time to go buy a new sheet.
A new what?
A new sheet of leather.
Ah.
So, I mean, the stuff I can get at Hobby Lobby is passable, but if I want good leather, I've got to go all the way down towards Denver.
Yeah, I've definitely been to one of those like leather stores where it's whole hides and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I love a good tandy. Tandy leather is where I've gotten most of my leather stuff, just because they're a pretty accessible retailer. There was always one close to me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a half side of tooling leather soon.
I've actually got a back from the farm still, a tanned sheep hide.
Ooh, nice.
Or sheepskin, like still got the wool on it and everything.
Cool. Now, something I really, really want to do is I want to go hunting and take an elk and then make something with the elk skin. Like, to do the whole process myself would be so cool, especially if I did it with a bow. I don't know if I could draw a bow anymore after what I did to my back. Still draw a rifle. Yeah, I think doing full from start to finish buckskin or elk skin would be a really cool project. Maybe
I will tell you that the tanning process is way worse on your back than the
oh, I'm sure.
Bowstring. Yeah.
I've watched some videos and it is hard work tanning. A lot of
invest in power tools.
Yeah. Depending on where I am when I do it, I'll either have my own or I'll have somebody who I can borrow them from. Yeah, I started leatherworking with like a belt and a wallet when I was in high school. I'm like, oh, cool, this is fun, and I've been doing it on and off ever since.
That's really cool.
Yeah, recently I've really been wanting to get into tooling, like where you do the carved patterns in, like you see the flowers and stuff.
Oh, sure.
Like that's a lot of my Christmas list was geared towards starting that. So hopefully I'll be doing some leather tooling in the new year. Because that looks like it's a really fun process, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of learning. But luckily I've got a ton of scrap leather that I can learn on.
Nice. That helps.
Yeah.
Low stakes, right?
Exactly. You know, it's a 1/4 inch all the way up to 2. Like, yeah, I've got all sorts of goofy scraps from years of making leather projects on and off. You were playing Dark Souls 2 for a while, right?
Yeah.
And then now you're playing Neo?
Yeah, I am actually liking I haven't played much of it yet, but I am liking the gameplay for Neo better.
Okay.
Like, it's just a lot sharper. Like,
yeah. I picked it up because it was on sale the other day, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a shot. But yeah, I'm not disliking Dark Souls 2, but 1 was a much tighter game. Like, tighter and less mean. I don't mind a challenge. I don't mind difficulty, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't stream Dark Souls if that weren't the case. But it's the maliciousness of 2. The just way it punishes you for not already being the best at it.
Yeah, there is no gradient. Like,
yeah, it's a very mean-spirited game, and 1 didn't feel mean-spirited. I've played Bloodborne, and it didn't feel mean-spirited. You know, they're hard as hell for the sake of being hard as hell, but the other ones are consistent and tight, and while I am having fun with 2, it's neither of those things. I mean, one of our fans had to look up a walk around for me, a pass through, because one of the ways a run back goes changes after you've done it a number of times.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's the one where you were getting mauled by the 3 guys with whips?
Yep, exactly. Because when the 4th guy is there, you can kite them individually. But for some reason, when the first guy has despawned, the rest of them all aggro at once.
Which is so fun. Like, honestly, it was frustrating to watch, not because of you losing, just because it was like nobody could see any way around it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't anything you were doing. It's just like,
oh no,
what do you do with 3 guys who are faster than you that kill you before you can do anything?
Exactly. I felt bad because I'm like, I know this isn't. That's part of what I was getting frustrated about. Is I know it's not entertaining to watch me slam into a brick wall for an hour. Like, even if I'm losing my shit a little bit, that could be fun, but yeah, like when I'm just doing the same loop over and over, that's not fun for anybody. So I'm really glad we took a step back last night and went to a different area and just focused on growing a bit. That is one thing those games has definitely done for me is focused resilience thinking. Yeah, you're not going to have a good time in those games if you go in for instant gratification.
That's my problem.
It's my problem too, man.
Then I'm like, man,
I'm not instantly good at this.
League.
Fuck this.
Oh, I'm quite okay with being terrible at something. But at the same time, like, I need some moments to feel good as well.
Yeah, if all you're doing is getting beaten over the coals with it, it's not fun. You're not feeling like you're learning anything or overcoming a challenge. You're just getting wrecked.
So, like, I was progressing pretty good in the pursuer fight, and I was getting him down consistently under half.
Okay.
But, like, because I kept dying, and that stupid mechanic of hollowing, like, I got to a point where I'd used up all my, like, ways to unhollow myself.
Yep.
So, like, at this point, it's like, well, guess I'm fucked. Like,
yeah, the hollowing is just, it is my least favorite game mechanic, I think, that I've ever encountered.
Like, hey, you're bad at this. Let's make it harder.
Yeah, it's like, you've died. Here's 10% off of your health every time until you're at half health. And there's an item you can get. I
don't get that one.
Yeah, there's an item you can get after the pursuer that means that they change it so you can only lose 25% of your health. But still, it's just, it's rough, man. It is. It's mean. That's the only word for it.
Yeah, like, I totally get, like, okay, we're not gonna coddle our players and make it easier. You're gonna have to beat this. That's fine. But yeah, the we're gonna make it harder because you suck. Like,
yeah, like, give me a good hard challenge. Like, one of my all-time greatest gaming highs is going to be finally beating Ornstein and Smough in the first one. because that was a legitimate and fair challenge. Like, it sucked. That was one of my least favorite fights ever. But beating it was one of the greatest moments I've ever had behind the controller.
Yeah, like you earned it.
Exactly, and that's what it is. With Dark Souls 1, you really feel like you were earning them. You know? Yeah, with Dark Souls 2, as soon as you start to feel like you're earning it, something changes.
Yeah.
I keep going back and forth. Like, I like the idea that you can despawn bad guys after beating them 12 times. But I also hate
That's
that, like...
what the number is? Okay.
that's what... I'm pretty sure that's what we figured it out. That's what I think Broken and Sunshine have both said is 12. And I trust both of them on that game implicitly. But like, I like that it makes the runbacks easier after you've logged yourself on it enough times. But I also don't like that that means those souls are gone. You can't just go back and grind.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it was not meant to make it easier.
No, it's definitely a punishment. Like, oh, you keep dying, now you don't get these souls. Like...
Yeah, you're not just going to grind the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't meant to make it easier. Like, I am a stubborn motherfucker, and so I'm using it to make my playthrough easier. But, that's just me. I am nothing if not stubborn.
What?
Me? I know, shocking, right? I prefer committed, persistent.
Determined.
Not single-mindedly driven to complete it at all costs. Come on now. At least until I get bored with it. Watching the power struggle between the cats is always fun, and seeing which pieces of like cat furniture they use to establish dominance. Like, I just got this new cardboard dish for them, and Lily initially claimed it, and she was uncontested in her claim until a few days ago when Teddy realized there was catnip in there, and now Lily's not allowed in it.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is mine.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Thank you for warming that up for me. You know, getting the rough edges off. Get out now.
Yeah, we have one very standoffish cat, but she has made it. Her home is at the very top of the cat tower. Like, it's the only place I'm allowed to pet her. Like...
Oh, that's awesome. And my cats are absolute sweethearts, but every once in a while, Teddy just gets sick of having Lily around and is a jerk. He'll sit on her. I was talking about this.
Our new one coddles the old boy because he's so pathetic. Like, she like intentionally rolls over when they fully fight. Like, oh, you're so strong. Like...
Lily will do that to bait Teddy into a fight, and then she will throw down. She'll like go in front of him and roll over, and oh no, look, my belly, and then she'll do like soft, slow touch on the face, and then Teddy will be like, okay, fine, you want to fight? And he'll just drop on her.
We're doing this.
Lily always realizes Teddy is heavy, and Teddy realizes Lily is sharp. And
sharp.
She won't let me do all of her claws at a go. So at any point, she'll have one or two really sharp claws. I could get 3, maybe 4 claws at a time on the front. But that's That's all she'll let me do.
That's funny.
Yeah, she came from the streets. She was only 2 months old, but she had some. She was very scared of people when she first came in. And so the fact that I can't walk because she's swirling between my legs 90% of the time is a huge come up for her. Like, she was terrified of everybody when I met her in the shelter. It's just so sweet. I could get a dog now, I just realized. There's about 15 years where I couldn't get a dog for one reason or another, and I could get a dog now. I don't want a dog now, though, because they're a lot of work. And I feel bad about...
At least you're at home at the moment. Like, you actually can train it.
That's true, but I would also feel bad about keeping a dog inside because I don't have an enclosed outdoor space for him. So he wouldn't be able to run.
Dog. Get one of those ones that's like, all I want to do is just kind of lay around and live out the last couple years in life of luxury.
I could do that, Donnie. Could do that. I don't know how Lily feels about dogs. I know Teddy is very... He is 50-50. Either he does not care about a dog at all, like, he'll look up at it. Okay, cool, whatever, go back to eat his grass. Or he sees it and he's like, I don't like that dog, get me inside right now, Dad. Like, there's no in between.
I'm gonna need to panic for a moment here. Hang on.
Yeah, like, thank God my jacket is thick, because he climbs. Yeah, like, I've got a neighbor who's got these 2 little tiny white dogs. They're about the size of Teddy. And, like, he'll go up and sniff them. The dogs are scared of him. There's a German Shepherd type thing that he'll just watch pass. Then there's this white dog, no different in size from the German Shepherd. Scares him shitless. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know how you and Amy have so many pets. Like, most I've ever had is 3 or 4, I think. You've got like 5 right now?
Yeah, we got 3 cats and 2 dogs.
I know Amy has just a menagerie.
Yeah, it varies week to week, I think, over there.
I think so.
But we love it.
Oh, we wouldn't have her any other way. Love her. I've had 1 cat most of my adult life. And then for the past few years, I've had 2. Grew up with a dog and 2 cats most of the time.
Yeah, I think I've had a dog since I was like in 3rd grade, I think. It just feels wrong not.
Yeah, and I had a dog up until I was in the until I was in the dorms, and then I haven't had one since. Because I went to an apartment, and my girlfriend at the time was not interested in taking care of a dog. And our cat at the time was not a fan of dogs, so it just wasn't in the cards. Dude, that cloak looks so good.
Actually made the scales pop a little bit more too. I really got to get a tripod.
Yeah, just stabilizer.
Oh, there we
There
go.
we go. Dude, that thing is so cool.
We are getting pretty dang close here.
Oh, we are. Actually, I'll take your word for it.
My local shitty brush. Put a little texture on the base here. Then we're gonna go back and we're gonna brighten it up a lot.
What are you using for texture on the base?
So it's a technical paint called Stryland Mud. I've used it before on the stream, but it's just honestly I think it's just sand paint.
Is a technical paint just a paint that has structure in it?
Yeah, usually it's got something special about it that causes an effect, or like I've got some that'll like crackle.
Okay.
And then there's some that'll like have more like an oxiding effect and things like that.
Okay, so they're paints that have a technical aspect to that. Makes sense. Let's see why they named it that. I've always been the kind of guy who's like, nah, I'm not going to pay for that fancy stuff. I'll just throw some sand in my Mod Podge and then paint over that.
Honestly, that's what I should be doing here.
Mod Podge is fucking awesome stuff. Like, I use that for so many of my different crafts. I need to re-up on it. Not the best leather glue, but it'll do in a pinch. I've used it for some of my painting when I was doing mixed media painting and stuff. It was really good for that.
Normally you put a big old thick coating on the bottom of it here, but I put a pretty thin one. Kind of hoping it'll give a sand effect when I paint it sandy colors.
Imagine it will.
Oh my gosh, my screen is bad. I really gotta fix that. My camera's bouncing all over the place.
It was kind of bad when you were working directly on the desk. Dynamic. Hey, what's up, Fred? Hey, LC, how's it going?
Hey there. We were just talking about you and your menagerie.
We were. Trying to figure out how many you have.
Summoned you.
But also, how's your craft week going, friend?
I think you were working on a cross stitch last time we were streaming.
I remember she stabbed herself.
Yeah.
Embroidery. I have never embroidered anything. That's one craft area I've not explored is threadcraft. Don't think I have the patience for it. Like, it looks cool. I really like it when people like do horrifically offensive things in very pretty embroidery and cross stitch. Like that's always a good time. But I'm not built for it.
Yeah, that's fair. I was talking the other day about how I've learned how to knit and crochet at different times. I couldn't just pick up needles and do it by any means, but I remember it being one of those like keep my hand busy hobbies, which was very effective. It's a good word.
You'll add some profanity to it for me? Awesome, thank you. I love a good fucking curse. Yeah, I've got a crochet bag next to my my chair that has part of a hat in it. And I couldn't remember how to do it, but it was fun for a while to keep my hands busy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, this is going to take how long to make a hat? I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I made a scarf once.
Yeah, having no idea what I'm doing and being the stubborn man I am, I decided I'm going to learn the basic stitch and teach myself the rest. So I've got this really long pointy hat going. I'll drop that one in the Discord.
All right, so we are hitting that point. We are getting close on this one. It's always quicker than I expect it to come. Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, why aren't you using? Why don't people use real sand? Like,
oh, they definitely do.
Okay. Because I've seen like fake sand in the stores, and I guess if you don't have access to sand.
A lot of times the hobby ones are usually cleaner.
Wow.
I think that's really what it comes down to.
That's fair.
Than if you buy like a bag of sand.
That's fair. Playground sand is not very clean, even when it's in the bag at the store. Most of the playgrounds I worked were not sand. They were either wood chips or that rubber matted stuff.
I was about to say the rubber bark.
Yeah, Fibar it's called. Fibar. It's mostly old tires that they shred up, actually. It's actually a really effective and safe place-based padding. And one of the things I liked about it from a safety aspect is it doesn't get displaced and you don't have to... No, Fibar was the processed wood chips. I can't remember what the rubber stuff was called. But the rubber stuff is almost maintenance-free. Like, you don't have to level it out or anything. With sand and wood chips, one of the things I had to do every day was... one of the first things I did was leveled out the chips in the park. Because they always get blown out from under the slides and stuff.
Yeah, makes sense. Right where you need it.
Exactly, yeah. So that's one of the things a park maintenance person does is make sure that you've got an appropriate depth of padding. Because it's rocks under there. It is road fill rocks. Like big hefty gravel. It's like 3 feet of fiber, but still. There's always going to be that one kid who digs down to the weed mat and starts pulling up rocks and makes your whole life difficult.
Look, Mom, I'm a miner. I found bedrock.
Damn it, Timmy. That definitely was me when I was a kid, which is why I ended up working in parks.
That's funny.
The wood chips I don't really get. Or gravel. Like, the processed wood chips are a lot better. They tumble them and do a non-chemical treatment to them to reduce splinters, and those are pretty safe. The old school wood chips were just wood chips, and they were not. They were horrible. And yeah, gravel shouldn't be a playground patter either. I think that might have just been a bad playground, though.
We had gravel in elementary school.
Oh God, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, 100%.
That's right. I remember digging that shit out of my knees.
Shoes and
Yeah, that's right.
look, I've got a whole sand pit in my shoe.
Sand in the shoes is the worst. Just watched the opening part of Princess Bride the other day, and I just remember when he jumps the rocks out. That's one of my favorite scenes. God, yeah, I'd totally forgotten that playground was e-gravel.
Yep.
Wow, you've just brought back so many memories, dude.
Unlocked.
The big swing set.
Yep. To be a child again.
Oh, right. Hey, I loved put rocks down the slide, especially if I knew my sister was down there. Having little siblings is fantastic. I don't think I'd want an older sibling. No, I'm sure it's great to have older siblings. That wasn't that bad to my sister. Still talked. You were there, Donnie. How bad was I to my sister?
You were.
Horrible. Talking to her the other day. I had to clean the slides, and one of my favorite ways to do that was just go down them. Like, it fucking works, man.
Greg, we have reports that you were just riding slides all day.
No, Bob. I was doing high intensity structural stability testing. I did actually have to go down the slides like once a week, or I had to do a weekly check. I touched every single bolt on my playground every single week. I knew that thing inside out, and I did have to go down the slide sometimes. Yeah, that's something I think most people don't know is any well-maintained playground is going to be checked once a week, where they actually come through and do checks on the bolts and stuff. At least once a month. I did mine every week. But yeah, they actually do go through and make sure those things are snugged up, and you'd be surprised how often you're like, oh, I gotta snug that up. That was my morning. First day of the week was get the playground safe and level the chips. Right? I know. We need to just barbecue these kids. Get those metal slides back. I want those full-on dark brass sculptures in the playground that bake all day long in the sun. Like, yeah. Get crispy, kids. That's how you're going to learn. I am obviously kidding. I'm a big advocate of safe playground equipment because that made my life a lot easier and better. And it meant kids weren't getting hurt at the park. But I loved the metal slides we grew up with.
I mean, how else would you learn what Mach 1 is?
Right? Do you remember those old school, we had a couple of them here in Colorado, like massive wooden playgrounds with like the railroad sized timbers and then all of the big metal slides and stuff. They're like castles. I still have so many good memories in those things. Guess it's not really that surprising that I worked in parks, is it?
No.
Took me by surprise when I did it. I'm like, oh shit.
Actually, that looks pretty sandy.
Yeah, that really does look like sand. You are missing the authentic cigarette butts playground sand, though. Easily my least favorite litter item.
Yeah, they're just disgusting.
Like, I smoked for years, and I won't say I never did because I'm a human. I made every effort to put my butts in the garbage, and I put the vast majority of them there. Like, it just didn't make sense to me not to. And then when I'm working parks, I've got, it's the middle of September. It's dry as bone out. And I've got disc golfers out there throwing cigarette butts and roaches in the bushes.
In California.
Yeah. And it's like, guys, I almost kicked a couple of guys out of the park for it a few times.
Yeah, it's like you can probably see the fire from here.
There were actually years where we could. Like, there was one time where you could see the fire because it was one valley over. And there's still people smoking in the park. And it's like, guys. And I eventually I accepted, you know, I'm not going to get people to quit smoking. So I put in some cigarette butt bins because I wanted to at least give them an option to safely dispose of it. Two things happened. One, of course, they didn't use those. And then two, we got people accusing us of encouraging smoking in the parks because we were providing ashtrays.
Oh my God.
So I had to go and pull them all out.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like such a tale of like bureaucracy, right there.
Or the lady whose property value doubled but didn't like that she could hear kids playing in the park behind her house.
If I'm not happy, nobody can be happy.
So many of those. So many NIMBY. There were a couple of people who were actually kind of entertainingly good at gaming the system, though. Like, yeah, that tree has root structure on your property, so that means it's your responsibility and I need it trimmed. I'd say, okay, you know what? I'll give you that one. Fuck it, that was clever.
If you're willing to put forth that much effort, like
it's like, yeah, I'll spend an hour trimming some fucking trees because they are on a property line and I don't really fucking care.
Right? Like, either way I get paid today. Yeah. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like,
there have been a few projects I walked off of. One was one of the boss's friends knew that he was encroaching on city property. And he had been given a warning, not a ticket, to change it. And so he called his friend at the park department and said, hey, can you have a team of your guys come move my private property off of public property and onto my private property so I don't get a ticket from you guys? And boss said that's what we were going to do today. I'm like, hey, I'm sick. And I went home.
Yeah. I can respect that.
My crew didn't, but I didn't fucking care. Like, I'm not going to be part of your petty crony shit. I had some problems with that agent. Not in California, surprisingly. Sounds like a California.
One of my favorite like YouTube channels is City Planner Plays.
Okay.
And he was like a city planner, and he plays cities like
city
builder
me a few of his
but he plays
videos.
city skylines. Yeah, but like it's just so interesting because he has that inside perspective of how a city is designed, and like you get those stories just like that.
No, it's like one of the things I loved about the show Parks and Rec is somebody on the writing staff absolutely worked in Parks and Rec. Like, there is just some of that stuff. Like, that lady who came in, she's like, yeah, there's a sign that said don't drink the water, so I made tea out of the water and now I'm sick. That's a real story. That happened. Like,
oh, yeah.
You just get such weird stuff in working with the public. I do miss it sometimes. I remember I was working on a property once, and we were replacing a fence line. And they told us, now, don't take anything from the people who are on the other side of this fence line. They're nice people, but don't take any drinks from them because they are a cult.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, like it was one dude and like 20 ladies, and it was a cult. And we had to drive along their property and through their stuff, and like they supported themselves with a farm store, and they sure as shit offered us lemonade a couple of times. And I'm like, nope.
It'll be fine. Drink the Kool-Aid, Greg.
I was thirsty, but not that thirsty. That was a fun project, though. We were way out there. That was one of the first projects I used a Bobcat on.
The beginning of the end.
No, it actually was. A Bobcat's what did my back end. But I wouldn't trade it, man. I love driving it. That thing was so much fun. I remember this one time. I was driving the Bobcat back to where we'd parked the trailer. And I thought the work truck was going around the other way because it was quicker. So I was, listening to my music, kind of jamming, kind of dancing with the Bobcat a bit. And I go to do a 360 and I see the truck right behind me. They had been watching me fucking grooving in this Bobcat for like 20 minutes. They were rolling. I was so embarrassed.
That's amazing.
Oh, shit. My boss is like, you having fun there? I'm like, yeah.
So I had a looking dumb moment like that this week at work too. I walking up the stairs, and you all don't know this because I'm never moving on stream, but I'm a clumsy mother. And I'm walking up the steps and I trip up the last like couple steps. And I hit the top of the landing, and my phone is in my hand, and so it goes out of my hand, and it like skitters across the landing of these concrete steps in the parking garage, and gets right to the edge, teeters for just that brief moment, and then whoosh, falls behind the concrete steps in the like phone-sized gap between the concrete steps and the wall.
Oh, God.
And I'm just sitting there like in shock, like, what just happened? Like. And of course then a facilities guy walks in like right afterwards. I'm standing there like looking around like a crazy person, and he's like, I'm like, is there like a door in behind stairs? Because you could see that it's empty under there.
Okay.
There was definitely not.
Oh, no.
So there is like a narrow little gap between the wall and the stairs that I'm a not small human being is not gonna fit in. So I had to go ask one of my like 18-year-old employees, like, hey, I need you to come crawl underneath some concrete steps for me. Like,
oh, that's amazing. I don't remember the name of the cult, ALC. I could possibly find it. The reason I didn't join is because they weren't looking for male members. I did not have the right hardware to join. They had all the husbands they needed. It was time for wives.
you mean you weren't prepared to carry the prophet's seed into the future?
I was not. I wasn't gonna be the mother of the Bene Gesserit. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's why I didn't join. Is they wouldn't have me. They just wanted to poison me with their Kool-Aid.
That's awfully judgmental.
I'm sure it was.
They might have just been offering.
I'm sure it was actually fine Kool-Aid. Like we were fixing a fence that separated the properties. Like we were doing them a favor. Running barbed wire fence is meditative. You had fences you had to run on the farm, right?
No barbed wire. We had like welded wire and electric fences,
Okay.
which I was too familiar with.
I am so glad I've never had them because I guarantee you I would be too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely had miles. I've rolled miles of barbed wire and I've laid miles of barbed wire. It's kind of meditative after you get into the zone. I almost lost an eye to it once, though. That was one of the scariest workplace incidences and one of the reasons I absolutely swear by good safety glasses. Because I was
Wire snap.
and I can't remember if it was rusty and part of it snapped or if an end came undone from something. Something happened and the tail of the barbed wire snapped up and the very end of it hit square in the middle of my safety glasses. And if I didn't have them, it would have plucked my eye. And so I am a huge fan of good safety glasses ever since that day. I mean, I was before too, but that's one of those incidents where you're like, oh God, okay, those are worth what you pay for them.
Especially since they're like $6.
Oh,
like,
yeah. No, I mean...
You can pay more, but...
I made sure, because I was in charge of purchasing for my half of the district for PPE and stuff. And I would, the guy who did it before me got the cheapest safety glasses that he could.
Yeah.
And I got mid-tier safety glasses. They're like $13 to $16 a pair.
Which is totally reasonable.
But like, I felt perfectly comfortable paying taxpayer money on those mid-tier ones because they were more comfortable.
Cheaper than paying a guy's eye.
Yeah,
right?
they're more comfortable, meaning my guys are gonna wear them. Meaning, I'm paying $16 for a pair of glasses, not 16 grand for a lost eye. You know, like that was cost savings. Plus, they are like the cheap ones are cheap. They're not going to hold up to industrial use. They're great for high school shop. But when you're spinning a chain on the back of a PTO going, 5,000 RPM, that's a bit of a heavier demand than a high school bandsaw. That's the other thing that's really important. If your glasses or helmet take a hit, get rid of them. They're done. Those are single-use items.
What do you mean, Greg? I can't use my motorcycle helmet that bounced off the highway?
Oh, no, that's fine. I was talking hard hats.
Oh, yeah.
No. Any helmet is a single impact device. Like, even bike helmets are supposed to be single impact. Like, if you drop them from more than 3 feet, that will technically reduce their protection rating because some of the compression has been spent. Yeah, hard hats are supposed to be flexible. You're supposed to be able to touch the brim, the sides, without it creasing on the top. That's never a fun test to do. Did you know hard hat colors have meaning?
I did not.
Yeah, I can't remember what all of them are, but yeah, different hard hat colors designate different positions or tasks. Like equipment operators have one color, laborers have one color, safety inspectors have one color, and then like admin is white.
Interesting. Makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's a really fast and easy way to know who's who out there.
Well, I am confident to say that I'm happy with this, where this is.
That looks really good, dude. Be proud of that one.
Yeah, I'm super satisfied.
Very nice.
It was a bit of a journey. Some interesting things, some new techniques, some new trials with the cloak and things like that. And yeah, we're happy with where we're at. I think it looks good. It'll play good.
Hey, that's what matters, right? You have fun with it.
But I appreciate everybody that joined us this week. We are at that time already. And next week I think is a certain holiday or something.
Yeah, there's
So
something
probably
going
will
on.
not be doing Does It. It might be 2 weeks. The next one's New Year's Day.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I might be doubled up on holidays for Donnie Does It. So that's actually great. Finish a model and
Yeah.
we'll have a little break here with the holidays.
Nice.
I'm sure we'll have some interesting scheduling going on the next couple weeks, so bear with us. It's that time of year. I know we do intend to be providing the part 2 to the Krampus holiday horror one-shot that Greg is running on Monday. And then we're going to break into the New Year's, producing back to Cyberpunk. So stick around. And as always, rave reviews Sunday. We'll see you there.
We'll see you there, guys. Thanks for hanging.
Bye.